Jeez. Anyways, guys, we're going into this next game. It's going to be on Shakuras Plateau. A little Protoss versus Protoss action here. Did you get a chance to take a look at Lobber's profile, Kibbles?
I did not. Why? Did you?
Dang
Please
it,
enlighten
I forgot mine as well.
Well, all right. Now I got my SC2 gears open, so we can be recording all these Huck matches.
Ooh,
Send them to all my friends. Recommended builds, guys. There are only 340 viewers on here. You know there should be more because Huck's playing. I know there should be more. We all know there should be more. So go tweet, go downstairs and scream to your parents. Let them know that Huck is on.
Seriously, go grab your parents and be like, Mom, Huck is playing in the Playhem. And she's going to be like, what? Huck, Playhem, come now. And then you're going to it's family StarCraft night, man. I'm starting it. It's family StarCraft night, you know. A lot of people have family like football nights, or in Canada we have family hockey night. We got to start the family StarCraft night, man. You all huddle around the computer.
It should happen.
It should. It's a wholesome sport, you know. It rewards using your brain and your knowledge and your hard work. Rewards hard work. You know, it's just like a sport. Some might even call it an e-sport. I just coined that phrase.
E stands for email, obviously. An email sport.
Oh my god, have you ever played email chess? So good. Best of it.
I played chess with friends.
There you go. You start doing email chess, man. You just email each other back the moves. Oh, it's genius. It's awesome. Anyways, guys.
Actually, that'd be funny. All right, guys. Health bars are now off, so you don't have to see blue and green lines everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the yellow Protoss Lobber in the top right. I'm going to let my friend Katu. Katu, who is this guy?
Well, I mean, every once in a while, people will, like, see him just bloom up into stardom, but most of the time, he's just making it into, like, round of 8 Code S in the GSL. Some people know him as Chris Laranger, and you can find him on Twitter, Laranger Chris. I can't say Laranger, man. It just feels wrong to say it like that, because I'm sure it shouldn't be pronounced that way. He's EGHuK.
That was a really long description of how to pronounce his name. You're French, though, so...
You know how I am with Jix, so, you know, that's how I am with everybody.
Guys, I was just informed that Lobber actually defeated Symbol from Team TSL.
Ooh.
Like, wow. Whoa.
Earlier on in this tournament?
Yeah, like, whoa.
I'm gonna go fact check that.
Symbol's actually really good. You don't believe our excellent mod Luca?
No, Luca and I we have a little feud going. He likes to kick me out of lobbies. I like to kick him out of lobbies. We have a lot of fun. No, I totally believe it, man. I'm just messing around.
Why do we all troll on Luca? Because I do the same thing. I kick him out of lobbies.
No, man. Luca's our little brother, you know? It's like,
it's funny because he talks like this.
If you're not ribbing him, you're not doing your job. That's how I feel about Luca. You know, and it's cool. He can hit right back, no problem. I love it, man. I honestly love mutual, like, all for fun trolling. It is one of my favorite things to do, just like pulling pranks and stuff. So much fun.
It's becoming so popular now too. It's almost becoming.
It's because it's fun, man.
Could I say meta? Could I say meta? Meta social. It's the meta social interaction right now is trolling.
It really is, and you know what? Social interactions are pretty cyclical as well, man. I bet dinner parties are going to come back soon as well, and you know, it's just, I don't know. People need to have more fun, and they're realizing it. And pranks, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. So, Luca, he goes, he's the little brother who holds a band hammer. See, this is why we love you, Luca.
All right, guys. 3-gate Robo with a Twilight Council coming out for Huck. So he's got a couple options here. Whether he is making the Observer. So likely going to be using the Observer to get some Blink. Get this Blink harass going on. Lobber. I feel like every time I watch this, Lobber, by the way, opened with a 3-Stalker aggression. Really good against 4-gate play. Against this 3-gate play, not typically so good. But Huck doesn't have a single unit really on the field except for this Stalker, which is actually going to get caught out of position behind this, and Lobber could knock out Huck so quickly here with this build. Pretty much just hard countering the build.
Oh my
Huck
god, man. The pylon has 3 HP, and there you go, he does take it down, so that's on powers 2 of the gateways, all the probes getting pulled here, and keep in mind, guys, that this is a best of 1. All of a sudden, all this aggression here coming from Lobber, Liquid Huck, not really expecting it, but he is controlling his Stalkers fairly nicely here, putting down another pylon. He's going to try to get those warp gates going again, but he just doesn't really have many minerals, right? Because these probes have been hunting Stalkers instead of mining, and nice mineral walk there. He's going to surround a couple of those Stalkers, but there's just more and more units getting warped in from Lobber at that proxy pylon coming forward, and it looks like finally Huck here going to stabilize for just a second, and he got 2 sentries out, so he can go for a force field there to actually survive, even catches Stalker. And I don't know how Huck isn't completely dead just yet. He's got 12 probes though, man. He's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he absolutely is. I mean, Lobber expanded behind this, but what? How did he even remotely hold that off? I want to say maybe the proxy pylon from Lobber. I didn't see too many reinforcements coming in, but I was way too busy watching that ridiculous probe micro coming out of Huck behind his Twilight Council. So for you, I used a special tactic.
Especial.
Says Lobber. Guys, Huck is in a boatload of trouble right now, even going for a counterattack with his Observer. He did manage to see that there are only 2 Stalkers right now for his opponent.
Oh man, and he's actually even missing probe production cycles here, and actually not even going for any more probe production, man. He's just going to try to make as many units as possible and try to break his opponent. You know what? Lobber has been pretty greedy here. Looking at the unit counting station, he doesn't have too much. He's got 2 Stalkers. Oh! The probes there get caught. They're going to get taken out. And back in Lobber's base, he does have 4 gateways and a robotics facility. So he's got an Immortal coming out. He's going to be able to produce quite a few units here. And this is going to be pretty close here. I don't know if Huck can actually break this.
Yeah, Huck needs to move up the ramp at this point. He is focusing down the Nexus, but the expansion isn't really what is putting him in trouble. He really committed to making units right now. How has he resumed probe production? No, he is not. So even on 1 base versus 1 base, he's going to be far behind his opponent. Will he move up the ramp now to take him over? Will he go home? Looks like he's going home, and he is resuming probe production. So Huck, gonna be comfortable with playing this game 1 base versus 1 base, but being behind. Now, he does have a superior, I would say, 1 base tech choice with his 3 gate with Blink Stalkers, but there's already a Robo on the field for Lobber, and his worker count is still quite a bit ahead of Huck's, but Lobber is supply capped. And now just finishing that pylon, and that's gonna let him start up really anything that he's really trying to do. Will these sentries and zealots be caught out of position?
Oh, man, those force fields were almost absolutely perfect. They're almost caught Lobber's units, but now Lobber's going to be able to fall back. And that sentry has only enough energy for 1 force field, so that means that Lobber has to go all the way up his ramp. And nice catch there again by Huck, so he's going to be able to focus down 1 extra Stalker there. And I don't know if he's actually going to be able to push up here, man. There's 2 Immortals. I definitely think he should go back home. But he's up to 19 probes now versus the 23 of his opponent. This is the craziest comeback, man. It is 49 supply to 50. They are neck and neck. Huh.
Lobber, he's just had no units the entire time, Katu. There was that point where Huck was targeting the Nexus, and we were like, he needs to go up the ramp. But in all honesty, Lobber should have had more units, and Huck should not have been able to go up the ramp. We saw that, obviously, that he had nothing being in this position, but Huck had no idea that there were no units. And Lobber, as you said, man, has just been playing so greedy that Huck has been able to get back into this. He's only down 3 workers at this point, and this is what I was wondering if we were going to see from Lobber. He now is making a Warp Prism, and he has 4 gateways, so this is actually a really standard build, but Huck is going to see this with his Observer, and you know what? He's got the Observer. So, oh my god, did he see it? He did. He saw the Warp Prism, is now chasing it with his Observer, and he knows what is coming, so falling back up entirely into his base, and this is going to be, it could be easy for him. Huck has incredible control, and if he lays down force fields and does not allow these mortals to get up into his base, he could be in a great position. But remember, Warp Prisms do hold 2 Immortals, so he could use this for more than just warping.
Yeah, he actually could just start bringing all these units up onto the high ground. He is trying to morph here on the high ground right now, and there he is doing that elevator play. That is pretty darn cool. Oh my god, Kibbles. He can just lift up all those units into the main base. This is sexy.
Slowly doing it, and Huck needs to see this now. He sees it. He's moving in. There are not enough units up here really to deal with Huck. And while Lobber could end up losing a ton of units here, blink in by Huck. Now he's focusing down the Warp Prism, and with it, going to be able to kill all of these units that are trapped on the high ground. Huck is really putting himself back in this game with this engagement.
Oh my god, top 3 control indeed, Kibbles. He just took out almost everything. The last couple units here are going to go down, which means that these Immortals no longer have high ground vision, and one Immortal there gets trapped in the force field. Huck now has a 10 supply lead out of nowhere. He's going to try to keep engaging here. He's got to be careful, though. He needs more Zealots out because these Immortals are going to do so much damage to these Stalkers. Oh no, he's getting a little bit too greedy, I think, here, Kibbles.
Yeah, he lays down the force field. Did manage to kill a ton of Zealots there, but those are not the important units, Katsu. Those are Mortals. Oh my god, let's see. 4 kills and 4 kills. So now blinking down, will he be able to target down one of the Immortals? You know what? Just barely getting through its shields. And that was not worth the cost of a Stalker, because if Lobber falls back from here, that was literally no damage.
It really would be, man. But
back. Yeah, in the base of Lobber, do you see it?
I do, man. We've got Huck here going for a counterattack, and he's sending all of his units as well. But you know what? Lobber has not actually gone back all the way back home. He's just chilling here by his proxy pile, and he's actually brought another War Prism here, so we might end up seeing some kind of base trade scenario. Maybe Huck's going to try to get a couple of sentries in at the front of his base. He does have a probe there, trying to put down a Nexus, interestingly enough. Man.
Well, he's going to be canceling that, but that definitely does buy him a little bit of time here. Nice cancel from Huck, just barely knowing exactly how many units that it takes to kill that Nexus as it's being constructed. Now, Lobber going to be moving up the ramp. There is no sentry in position. I don't know what Huck has in mind here, but, I mean, it's Huck. He's got to have something that I'm not seeing. Is he going to get the force field off on these units? He does not. Actually just force fielding himself out of the base, I think.
Oh,
so
no, that is a little bit painful. I think he wanted to make sure his sentries would survive. He's sending all of his units back home. A few Stalkers are actually leaving. Oh no, Huck, he is getting his army completely split up, but he's going for a bit of a counterattack. Interesting.
He's starting this really, really late, and I think he believed this entire time that Lobber had fallen back.